I remember the first year when I met you was at Island House Triathlon. We had to pick numbers. So I asked like, who is this Rudy guy?
Yeah. So that was in the last day. I was leaving behind you, or you were leaving behind me?
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about how the whole story developed. You tried WTS, from what I know.
That was a great race, by the way. Crazy experience for me, as like I wasn't at the level of all you guys, you were all like world champions, and I kind of got lucky to get into it because I think one athlete got injured or sick or something, so I had an extra spot. So I've been always into sports, and I've done triathlon, ever since I could when I was young, 10, 12, whatever. And then obviously as a young junior, that was in France, I was doing the French championships, and that's all draft legal, ITU style. Then in juniors, I got into ITU racing. And at that point I was racing for Italy because I was in France, and, Italy was the closest. And then I started college in the US when I was 19. I was still doing ITU at that point, and I switched from racing from Italy to the US because Italy wouldn't give me starts in the World Cups and all those races. They were really political. And then the US, they would just let me race wherever I wanted to. And, even if it's me paying, like, he can race wherever. And I mean, in all those years, the swimming was not my forte at all, especially in ITU. So I struggled a lot with that for a while. When I was young, I hated swimming. So I never really swam more than 3 times a week. It's not like some of those guys, Ben Canoe or whoever, they had their whole childhood, they were swimming, 12 times a week or whatever. So they built an amazing base. I never really had that. So yeah, all those years, 16, 17, 18, I was always like way back on the swim, which got really frustrating. So then I started, a 2-year swim blog. I would swim like 30, 35K a week. Put a lot of fly in there, just anything that can make me stronger for swimming. And eventually it more or less worked. Now I'm close to, from pack, or have on from pack every race. But that was...
so how much are you swimming now?
Now I'm more like 20 to 25K max.
Are you currently even able to swim in
now?
Boulder?
Yes. Yeah. The issue is here in Boulder at our gym, we have to wake up 48 hours before the day we want to swim at 5 a.m. to book the lane, because by 5:30 a.m. the entire day is going to be booked. So it's like every day, I have to wake up at 4:59 and book the dumb lane. But yeah, so I mean, that was one of the major struggles I've had in triathlon, I guess, swimming. Even these years, as you said, it looks like everything's always great, But I've had, like, for example, a little injury 2 years ago before Worlds in South Africa. I wasn't even in the race in South Africa. I missed the swim pack. I felt awful in the swim. I raced alone all day, It wasn't the best race. And then, just in training, there's always, I think, doubts in our heads. Like, I feel like I'm a really average athlete in training. I'm
Same
not
here,
hitting,
man.
Yeah, it's like you're saying, like the Norwegian machines, I'm not hitting numbers like them.
Sam Long.
Yeah, exactly. Like, based on training, those guys would be minutes ahead of me.
That's the reason why I ask if it come a real race or something like that, a real world achievement. It's so different. And I know a lot of people that in training you think like, they would beat me like to shreds on race day. No chance ever. And then it's race day and they're nowhere. So yeah, it's a different story.
Like when you're young, you worry about these people that are so good in training and you think there's no way. But then with experience, you come to be way more confident in what you're doing and that you're going to be good on race day. But as you say, yeah, like a guy like Sam Long, he seems so strong in training, Like he's hitting these numbers. There's no chance I could do that right now. But it's because I'm not race fit right now. Like the whole point is I want to be race fit when there's a race, not like months before.
One of the reasons why I think you have pretty good chances being probably the next guy with an American passport to win Hawaii.
At that point, if I win, I'll be living here for enough time that you can consider me full American. And my accent will be even more American.